Tonight, they're the images alarming Californians. In L.A., the homeless on places like the Hollywood Walk of Fame and along the iconic Venice Boardwalk.
Any and everywhere you go, in and out of stores, homeless, homeless, homeless.
What was once largely confined to the city's notorious Skid Row can now be seen all across Los Angeles. Hundreds of homeless encampments have sprung up, including this one in the shadow of City Hall.
It's just like, like the world's just caving in on you. This is our room.
Thomas Aleman lost his home when he lost his job. He moved into his car with his 2 kids.
I ended up coming up with a game.
I know this is hard.
I would tell my children that we were going camping. They were like, "Dad, we're going camping again?" And I would say, "Yeah." Just because I didn't want them to feel what I felt, sleeping in the car with my children.
The family now lives in this shelter, while many homeless struggle with substance abuse and mental illness. For Thomas and many others, it's purely economic. They can't afford the rent.
Can you show me where you live?
Sure.
We met 65-year-old Valentina Early at her tent.
Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, imagine that you could end up living on the streets?
Never.
In L.A., homelessness has jumped 16% in a year. Half of Americans living on the streets are in California. It sparked concerns about safety and sanitation.
How many homeless encampments are you seeing now in Los Angeles?
A little shy of 700.
Mayor Eric Garcetti calls it a crisis. I met up with him in the city's Homeless Response Command Center. Authorities here spent over $600 million on the issue last year and have more than doubled the number of people housed since 2015. But they have failed to keep pace with demand.
Have you done a self-review of your role in this?
Oh, absolutely. We do all the time.
Look at Los Angeles with the tents and the horrible, horrible, disgusting conditions.
President Trump blames this blue state's Democratic leadership.
How do you react to that?
This is not a partisan issue at all. Conservatives didn't start homelessness, though conservative cuts to programs certainly exacerbated it, and liberals didn't cause homelessness.
But tonight, many like Thomas Aleman and his kids are feeling they've been left behind.
I had a good job, we had a home. Anybody can become homeless.
Homelessness, an issue that is on the rise in America. 554,000 citizens are homeless, including 58,000 families and children. California. Out of 40 million, over 130,000 of California's civilians are homeless. Crime against and by the homeless in Los Angeles spiked 36% year over year. Crimes with a homeless suspect also rose 25.8%. Should some aspects of homelessness be criminalized? Criminalization is necessary to end some aspects of homelessness, such as panhandling and loitering. Politicians are more concerned about public safety than anything. A 51-year-old homeless man was arrested after breaking into the mayor's mansion in Sacramento. Days later, another homeless man fatally stabbed a 35-year-old having dinner with his 5-year-old daughter. Enough is enough. We're taking back our streets, marchers challenged during a protest. Camping and resting in a public area are considered a crime in California, where 33 out of 10,000 are homeless. Wealthy residents of California, one of the 3 largest Democratic states, are frustrated with the slow pace of politics and demand a solution. This increasingly involves pushing homeless people out of sight. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti calls it the greatest moral and humanitarian crisis of our time. Criminalization does not help the homeless. They need assistance and services. Modern rich Britain, where the visible humanitarian crisis that is homelessness resembles scenes from a Dickens novel. 597 people have died on the streets in the past year. The police can arrest or fine those marginalized simply because they have nothing. Rough sleepers, including vulnerable women, must find obscure hiding places to sleep to stay safe and not to be criminalized. Our society is beating down those already suffering. In advance of the royal wedding, the homeless were cleared out because they were accused of exploiting the town. Flush and vibrant San Francisco, where a one-bedroom apartment's rent is on average $3,000 and the median home price is a record $1.6 million. A city experiencing a full-blown homelessness crisis. Heroin needles and human feces cover parks and sidewalks. Mayor London Breed says it's her top priority, yet current efforts are not enough. 7,500 individuals are homeless in San Francisco. 1,200 families. 1 in 30 children. Over 1,000 on the wait list for emergency shelter. Bustling and lively New York, where 1 in every 10 students in public schools is homeless. This is a threat to businesses. If employees don't feel safe walking to work, companies may relocate. Business does not exist in a bubble. Companies can truly thrive only when our communities succeed as well. When our public schools prepare our children for a digital economy, regardless of race or gender. When we protect our environment from pollution and climate change. When our residents are no longer forced out of their homes and onto the streets.